Good morning. So today we wrap up everything that we've learned so far in the AI topic. We'll look at some practice exam style questions, which covers everything in this topic. So we want to understand the three different components within this topic: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics. We want to work out how they can be used for good and bad. Remember, ethical means, is it good or bad for society? Legal means, is it illegal or is it okay? We're going to look at how these things can affect safety and who's to blame when things go wrong. And we've talked quite a lot in depth about algorithmic bias. We know that some people are racist or misogynistic or just mean. But algorithms and artificial intelligence can either knowingly or unknowingly become biased in the same way that humans can be. Similar to humans in some ways, like some people are racist because they are told to be racist. It's like AI having bad training data, which makes it biased. Sometimes it's just due to its own decision making, unconscious bias. We need to give examples of how these algorithmic bias can affect people. For example, limited training set means that it's more likely to, predict skin disease correctly for people of a certain skin color rather than another one. We should be able to talk about the advantages and disadvantages and discuss how they should be regulated with legislation in the law. We've talked about digital footprints, about how you leave digital footprint whenever you use a computer. That leads to the Data Protection Act and how and why organizations collect your data. We talked about the positives and negatives about sharing and collecting data. And all of this leads on to the Data Protection Act, for you having a really clear understanding of that Data Protection Act. And then the Computer Misuse Act, what is illegal and what is legal. So bear in mind, please, the P24 worksheet says P23 at the top. You'll need to change that. Just gives you a quick recap revision activity. It's an open book activity, this lesson. Feel free to look at your notes. Feel free to look at the PowerPoints in this topic. But make sure that you are able to answer these questions. So when you've finished your P24, can you please make sure it's saved and uploaded on half term 10, issues and impact 3? And then can you update your confidence ratings on half term 10, issues and impact 3, so that I know how confident you are to pick this up for revision later, and that you know how confident you are when you go back to revise it later. Also, as a class, we've just been looking at the advanced information list, so that's this one. And notice that this does make the list. These two learning objectives from these topics is on the list of topics that's likely to be in your paper 1 exam.